Well, hello everybody, it's coffee time. How are y'all doing? Grab you a cup of coffee, come over here and sit down at the counter and let's cook a minute. We ain't gonna do no serious nothing tonight, it's too late. It's 6:43 and here I am dragging in late again. But tonight hopefully will be the last of the real lates.
Oh, I hope so.
What was that, Mom?
Something fell over there that it wasn't supposed to. Oh.
Something fails, you said. Okay, Mama, I'm going to make coleslaw, I'm assuming. I literally came in, washed my hands, and sat down. Mama had this ready. She said, we ain't got time. You're going to have to get in here early. I said, Mama, tonight's it. I'm trying to be better. Well, and it's not by choice. Don't be saying he lollygagging around, making Mama eat late. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to do the fish.
She doing the fish. Tell them what kind of fish you doing.
It's tilapia. Is that what I said it was?
You said that. I ain't seen it. The Lord, she's give us 4 carrots tonight for this slaw.
That's enough.
Baby carrots. She ain't going to have a carrot slaw tonight. Look at this beautiful head of cabbage. It looks just like it sprung out of somebody's garden. And I guess it did, but look how solid.
That makes 2 that I picked up lately.
You've done good. I'm going to take that core out. We ain't getting that in our slaw. Don't put that core in your slaw unless you like that really hot, peppery, not the good kind of peppery. And the next day, you're going to be strong. Strong, strong, strong. All right, so we take that core out. You can see that little V. Use that little V. You don't want that. That's your core. Now, some of y'all probably like to eat that with a little salt and pepper on it, and that could be good. Now, I have tasted it. It ain't horrible, but it is still strong. It's got a little bite to it, a little peppery bite. What are you going to do to that tilapia?
I've got just some corn.
Come over here and watch Mama. Y'all see me do
cornmeal here, and I'm going to, it's about a 3/4 of a cup, a little over high. Now I'm going to put a tablespoon of cornstarch in it. And I'm just going to mix this up. Whoa, you're dropping stuff.
Sorry. I take after my mother.
You do.
She's so loud.
And that's all I'm going to do to that.
Now, Mom, they can't see you. They're over here at this hot skillet. Mama's over there behind all that stuff is showing you some stuff. Mama, get over here.
I can't. It ain't running.
Well, let me halt my production.
Okay, this is the tilapia.
Are you in there in their stuff?
The plate is. My hands are.
How about now?
Yeah. It's boneless and skinless. And I'm going to just lay each piece down. I'm putting pepper and salt on it. And the lime pepper.
Are you still in there?
Yeah, partly.
Well, which part?
Not far in my head.
I'm going to have to come over here where I can see.
And all I'm going to do is coat. Why you got that set on, honey? I didn't even check.
It's on 400.
That's too high.
Yeah. I didn't set it.
I didn't either. All I'm doing is just putting some meal on that.
Delicious. Look at that. Uh-huh.
I hope it is.
No.
The reason I'm having fish is macaroni and cheese. I was going to say, what am I eating?
Why? He was like, why am I having this?
I got that macaroni and cheese, and all we're going to do is have it and a little bit of coleslaw and this fish.
Sounds good to me, Mama. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
We won't let our macaroni and cheese go to waste.
No, because that's some good mac and cheese.
A lot of
We had it with salmon the other night. Do you realize this means you're going to be doing fish 2 nights in 1 week?
I know it. I felt not to do it, but then I thought, well, be a good time to have this fish since I had it. And not waste the macaroni and cheese tonight. You know,
Yeah.
let it stay too long.
We don't want to waste nothing. That jar's gone. Time to pop the top on a new one. Mama, did you leave them?
Yeah, just for a second. I have to get rid of
She
it.
flies like a butterfly. Look at that tilapia grill in there.
And I'm fixing 4 pieces. It looks like a lot, but
It's
they're
thinner.
thin. That other was real thick, but this is thin. Bring it out of packages. I really like it when it's skinless and boneless and individually packed sealed.
And I will say this, I'm sitting right here by it, and I'm not smelling any fish smell at all. It's just smooth. I'm making coleslaw underneath y'all here.
It took me longer to do this than I thought.
And you quit talking, and
I'm trying to get me some more flour. I mean meal out here.
you quit talking to them.
No, wait, I can't.
You hide behind all the products. You broke every rule in cooking 101.
Well, I'm trying to get it on.
You're doing good. Look at that. Perfect
This
fish.
is my last one. So then I can talk to them.
She can't talk to you while she's doing it.
While I'm working, it's hard. I worked for so many years without talking.
Weren't you allowed to talk?
Not while you're busy doing something.
They wouldn't let you talk? You was the boss.
I was the boss.
I bet you didn't let them talk. Uh-huh. I did turn it down. It's on 300.
Yeah,
What you want?
300 probably good. It was just I've got to get some oil down here. Can you lift that corner?
Yes, ma'am. There's you some oil.
Thank you. And I hope this tastes as good. I can't remember the tilapia taste.
It tastes just like whiting or cod. It's not bad, and you'll like it. If you don't get something sideways in your head before you start and think, I don't like that tilapia.
Well, it was skinless and boneless and fatty.
It actually has all your requirements. It don't smell like fish. It don't have bones. It don't have skin.
So far, it's rating pretty good.
It's meeting all the checkpoints, ain't it?
Yeah, that's pretty good, I think.
And I'm over here making carrot slaw. She's left y'all. You do know she probably won't be back.
Yes, I'm coming back.
She says that stuff. That don't mean nothing.
I'm right there now.
Mama, I'm hearing noises in yonder.
The house is old and creaky, making noises. Now I can put up my meal.
When we talked to y'all last night, we sat here and finished eating, cleaned up, and our electric went off. Or as we say, the juice went off. Do y'all call it juice? Do you all, or have you ever heard the electric called juice? They cut the juice off. Did your grandma ever say that? It's commonly used enough around here that no one would bat an eye or think twice if you said the juice was off. But now, we do call it electric. Some people do, but it's very commonly referred to as juice. And we'll say it, I'll say it. The juice was off for about an hour.
Yeah, it was off everywhere.
It was off everywhere. But just one of those little ones, it was a big.
I think this was TVA because it's too much
Could
off.
have been TVA, our main source of power. I don't know that, but it could have been. So has your mama or your daddy or anybody in your family ever used the term juice? I like tilapia, Pearl says, Mom. Pearl says it's good.
I'm trusting her again.
Spreading the love. Thank you. Keep spreading the love, y'all. Good evening, John and Mama from Kentucky.
Wow.
Is it ARA? I'm not good with. I murder names all the time. I'm sorry. Denise says, yeah. So who in your family uses juice, Denise? Do you use it still? We use it. We'll say electric, of course, but to hear somebody say the juice was off, we all know what that means. It's common knowledge. I guess back in the olden days, they referred to it as juice because a cord came into their house and you get juiced. Now, Granny used to say you get juiced. That don't have nothing to do with drinking. That means if you stick that fork in that plug-in, you'll get juiced. That's what that means. Ain't it, Mom?
Mm-hmm.
Mama's turning the fish. Look how pretty that golden.
It ain't hardly brown enough, I quit.
Well, somebody maybe turn the fire off.
Well, I want it to fry slower so that it will get done and not just burn my meal. And
I'm curious about this. Cod is my favorite.
yeah,
Don't care for tilapia. Uh-oh, Carol.
I love
Hello from Alabama. Hey, April. Uncle Ben's wild rice and chicken casserole is being prepared in South Carolina kitchen. With David and Jennifer, that sounds absolutely delicious. I have only heard people call it juice on TV. Oh, Donna, we like TV here. Hi from both of y'all to see me on here. Hey, Patsy Owens, how are you? Hi to both of you. Oh, do you see me on here? Patsy Owens, I sure do. How are you today, ma'am?
I got like 2 tablespoons of.
Oh, Mama's trying to tell me
Mayonnaise.
something.
Is that 2 tablespoons?
That's, yeah.
Yeah, good heaping teaspoon or so of
Sweet pick, watch her. Watch her.
sweet pickle red.
Mama, I can't, I'm gonna get one of them cameras that chases you around the room.
You are.
Because I can't go peek you.
And a little bit of
Mustard.
mustard.
And I've got some beautiful coleslaw. Look at that. It's done, folks.
And all I'm gonna do is just throw this up the lid.
Don't get burned on that. Did you put any salt and pepper in it?
No.
Did you put any Southern Secret in it?
Mustard. You seen what I put in it.
Yes, ma'am.
There you go.
May I add these things?
Mm-hmm.
You don't care?
No.
Okay.
That's
So I'm
enough
gonna put a little.
pickles in it.
Yeah.
That's like enough.
I'm gonna put a little Southern Secret, and I'm gonna put a little black pepper. Did you put salt?
I didn't put
I'm
nothing.
gonna put a dash of this, just because it's sitting here, of this red wine vinegar. I'll put some healthier salt in it. This is pink Himalayan. Pink Himalayan.
payment.
What's it, ma'am?
That amount.
Oh, heavens, yeah.
I'm gonna put this all up. You got the post all finished?
Yes, ma'am. What's she checking in tonight? Did you notice?
I'm putting stuff up.
She ain't playing. She's like, you got your chores done?
I need to leave it now.
My mother,
Look at that.
this, my sweet mother here, made me come home every day from school and do my homework. Teachers make you come straight home from school and do homework?
What did I say? Get it done, get it out of the way. You put sugar in.
Watch her. I'm trying to chase her. I can't catch her.
You put sugar in your coleslaw?
Yeah.
I'm putting everything
I
up.
said, Mama, listen, I've done the grind. I have been there all day today. And when I come home, I need to relax a little bit. You'll be wanting to watch TV later. You'll be up here at 9 o'clock and hollering, oh, I forgot to do that book report. Oh, you get in there and do your homework. You sit over at the table. You do that homework while I'm cooking. Well, then I say, Mama, I'll do it. Let me just rest.
Yeah, let me just rest. And then you watch TV or fall asleep, and then you'd be late at getting it sometimes. Then I wouldn't let you do that for a while.
Then I get to hear about it for a while. Did y'all have to do your homework when you got home? When do kids do homework now? What is the norm now? If you're thinking, boy, he looks rough today. I do. I've been wet. It's rained. It's still raining. I had to drive about 70 miles today. And I drove all 70 of those miles in rain and fog and all kinds of messes. Now, I want to tell y'all something. I've been driving for my work for 20-something years. I seen something this morning I've never seen before. Twice. We've had snow. We've had freezing, cold weather. And just take that out. We'll eat out of this. Or if you want to put it in something to put it up in.
No.
We'll eat it first and find out what we need. We're going to eat out of the thing again. Mama might not let us tonight. Sometimes she changes her mind. But anyway. So, we've had cold. We've had freezing. We broke a record for having 6 inches of snow consistently on the ground for over 8 days or something. So this morning, I noticed in the distance taillights on the side of the road. You know, you're supposed to get over. So I get over in the fast lane. The closer I got, the more taillights I seen. And then I noticed up above there was a cop. And I thought, are you telling me they have pulled all these people over and give them a ticket in this fog and rain? They are dedicated. I mean, was that mean people speeding? Have we had a major pileup? What is it? So the closer I got, I noticed the cars were just kind of lined up. And then I got to notice that almost every one of them had a busted driver's side tire. There must have been a monster pothole, because I seen them, I got over and missed it. It was just one after another after another. And so that was about 6 of them. Never have I seen 6 cars pulled over with a busted tire. So I go about 15 more miles and I see the same thing ahead of me, and I'm figuring it out now, so I'm starting to watch the road a whole lot closer. Got up there and there was probably 12 cars and a semi with busted tires. I've never in my life seen that many people with busted tires because of potholes. There are potholes big as kitchen sinks all the way up through there. And those just happened this week because I've been traveling that road. And it's been a day. And it's so foggy, morning and night, you can't hardly see in front of you. So I've been blessed. The Lord has driven me home yesterday in that condition, drove me back this morning, and drove me back tonight, and all 3 times was horrible. So I feel very blessed to have made that journey. Don't just go out again. The juice is flickering.
I know it is fixing to go out.
But I have never seen, have y'all ever seen that? That was just, I was like, are you kidding? And every one of them had busted tire. But some of them was the back, some of them was the front, but most of them was that left front tire. I felt so sorry for those people because they had to get out in that misery and they busted a tire. And I was thinking, what impact does it take? It must have been like hitting a car. What impact must it have taken to have busted their tires? It was just awful. So I said a little prayer for them this morning. You all said a little prayer for them. And a lot of them, being on a major highway, you know, there was probably travelers. Probably wasn't locals. Some could have been locals. If anybody is on here and you was one of them, jump on here and let me know. I was wondering if it was local folks or what.
You know, I told you I read it before you called me and told me about it.
I called Mama as soon as I got to work this morning. I don't always do that. And I said, in case you hear about a bunch of cars with busted tires, I made it.
Yeah, but they put on there how many they was with busted cars and how bad it was. And I thought, oh my goodness.
It was bad. So what's your all's roads like? Good evening, John and Mama from Nova Scotia, Canada. Hello, Sandra.
Hello.
So it was a weird morning. I've driven the interstate many a times. Yes, it's been this way for 2 days here in southern Ohio. And I'm over it. Kimberly, me too. Good evening, John and Mama. Glad I got you live. Love watching you. Well, thank you, Miss Brenda. Does he live with his mom or just has dinner with her every night? I live with my mom. Was this going up towards Chillicothe? Yes, Caroline King. Caroline King. Was you one of them?
That's beautiful.
It's horrible. Yeah, I live here now. I was, when we first started videoing, I was living a quarter of a mile from here in my house. And I bought my house 06, 08.
It's been a long time.
Sometime back. And I remodeled it. I was living in Nashville when I bought it. So they remodeled it. Some guys that done Mama's work here. And Mama lived here by herself for about a year. Maybe longer after Daddy passed. And she wouldn't, I offered to come over and stay with her some. No, she wouldn't want me to. And there was this, I don't know if her person was one of, I don't know what. But there was people knocking on people's doors, usually elderly, and when they would go to the door, they'd push on in. No break-in and needed. You just push in on the elderly, knock them down, take what you want, they can't get up, and you leave. It was horrible. And it was going on about 12 miles from here quite a bit, and then we heard a few around here. So somebody we had gone out to eat that night or something, because I hadn't been gone from here long. And I had let Mama out, and I went home, and I was doing my stuff for the night, and I just got to bed. It was 11:30. I had been in bed about an hour and a half, and Mama called and said, somebody's knocked on the door. And I don't know why she felt she had to justify it with me. But she said, and I know I'm not just imagining because Maggie went crazy, like she does when people knock. And I was already like half dressed coming out. I said, I'm on my way. And I stormed over here. I checked everything. And it was all good. I went all around the house. I looked everywhere. Nobody could be found. So that night I said, well, there's nobody out here. I don't see anything. I said, do you want me to stay over here? And she said, yeah, I wish you would. First time ever she'd said that. I said, let me go get my stuff. I'll be right back. So I locked her in, went over to the house, got my stuff, locked my house up good, come over here. Yeah, it's done. And so I spent that night, and I got home late from work the next night. And by the time we ate and everything, I said, I'm just going to stay here again tonight. And she wasn't too sad about it. And so I stayed that night, and then the third night come along, and I come over here and ate supper, and I had plenty of time to go home. Look at that hair right there. What have I done? My hair's just splitting and apart and carrying on. Anyway, just something told me to stay. I don't know why. I thought, I'll get my stuff together and go home tomorrow. And I told Mama, I said, I'm going to stay again tonight, but I'll go home tomorrow if you're okay with it. She goes, yeah, I'm fine. It just scared me, and, they was breaking in and doing. I said, I understand. So I go into bed, which I always had a bedroom here. It wasn't no big deal. And I go into bed, and about 2:30, I hear a plump, 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 plump. I didn't know what in the world happened. I jumped up. I was still asleep halfway down the hall, and she started hollering. Not, I've fallen and I can't get up. Not, I fell. She says, I'm okay. Go on back to bed. This is what I'm dealing with. This will give you a little insight to what I'm dealing with her. Of course, I didn't go back to bed.
I was okay.
She was okay. See, she's still. And this is 3 years later. She still says she was fine. So I go in there, in her bedroom, and she is laying with one leg over the stove, but her body is on the other side.
Electric heater.
Electric heater. Electric heater, one of those that stands up on legs and it looks like it's got flames, but the heat really comes from the bottom. And her leg was up on it, and her laying on the back side of it, and her going, go on, I'm fine. So at this point, I've seen she is fine. So, as we usually do, we made light of it. And I said, oh, okay, so I'll just go back to bed and let you get off the heater and get up. Does that make sense to you? I'm fine. So I pick the heater up, move it over. It had shut off, but so she said, no, don't help me. I can get up by myself. And I said, what happened? I just got up and got off balance. Well, I checked her sugar. It was low. And she does it, but she's done that my whole life. But Daddy was always here, and she'd fall or something. She gets up, and I don't know if she don't clearly let herself get motivated or stabilized or what, but she gets up to walk and do something, and
I'm sitting right here, and you're just talking all over me.
And her sugar's low, and she don't realize that she's falling, and she just falls. She fell into the dresser, tore her face up one night. She's got an antique dresser with a marble top on it.
Little marble shells, suppose.
Little marble shells on each side. You know what I'm talking about. And somehow she's convinced herself. I don't know how.
I didn't pass out. I swear. I know I was falling, and I know
she didn't even fall. That's what the story is. I just got up, and I took a step, and I just staggered over, and I must have just hit that just right. I said, Mama, you can tell you hit your face on that shelf.
Made a bled for 2 or 3 hours.
I said, you cut your head up here. You hit that shelf with your cheek. You have passed out. She swears she didn't pass out, but she even says she didn't fall. I said, then why?
Into the dresser. Falling's when you hit the floor.
Oh, no, falling's when you hit whatever catches you. Anyhow, I said, well, then why was you dragging your face all over the dresser? It's like when she fell at church and claims that she didn't pass out.
Now, I did pass out at church. I did know that now.
That's the first time you've ever said that. I did not pass out. I remember.
I didn't hear him hollering at me. I told you I passed out. I didn't know that.
And that's when I said, well, if you didn't pass out, why was you walking all over the church floor in your good clothes? So her sugar goes up and down.
And it wasn't my sugar at church. I don't know what it was.
It was your blood pressure. And her blood pressure drops out when she stands up. So because of that is the reason I went ahead and moved in over here. And another thing, she's got enough room. She has 4 bedrooms and a sunroom and a living room and a sun porch. So, not that we try to avoid each other. I don't want to say this and it sound bad. But really and truly, she has her room, her TV, her bathroom. I have my room and it has a bathroom. So we have 2 bedrooms with bathrooms, private bathrooms. She goes in the living room to watch Murder and Mayhem and whatever else she wants to watch. I go over in the sunroom, there's a TV, and I watch what I want to watch. We're not trying to avoid each other, we just watch different things. So we have our own space and our own place. I don't think I bother you.
No. I'd go to bed.
So what I'm saying is, it just works out better. But the number one reason is I can't lay over there in the bed and wonder, is she wandering all over the floor over there and over top of heaters and everything else? I really just moved in to make sure she didn't mess up all my heaters.
I tore up a brand new fan.
She fell into a fan and she landed, it was going. This was in the back.
Right in the center of it.
And she landed right in the center of it and just crushed it, but the motor was so, and her laying on. She's got a fall record.
I've done better.
You've done better. But we changed your medicine twice. And you've done much better, Mama. You really have. But anyway, that's why every once in a while I have to tell that story just to get it clarified what's going on here. She's not feeble. She's not unable to take care of herself when she's on her feet. And if she didn't ever have to sleep, you wouldn't have to worry about her. She's fine. But it's when she wakes up, she just is disoriented and her sugar's bottomed out or her blood pressure's bottomed out. And there's more noises in this house. I think there's a ghost amongst us.
Yeah.
Get your fish. Look at this beautiful spread that she's put on. That's that leftover macaroni and cheese. See how creamy? That's that coleslaw that I made while y'all was watching her make fish and chasing her around the house. Yeah, it's too tender. Can't even pick it up with a fork.
Got it tore apart.
That's good. That's less chewing. I'm too tired to chew. Y'all go ahead and write in tonight and say, boy, John looks tired. That one eye he's got, it was drooped down to his chin. My eye does look droopier because I'm tired. Now in the morning, you won't hardly be able to tell it, but tonight,
I didn't get you anything to drink. You had coffee.
I've got coffee. Let's bless it. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this wonderful meal and these precious hands that prepared it, dear Lord. And we just pray for the nourishment of our bodies and just, Lord, be with us and watch over us, lead, guide, and direct us. And be with each and every person gathered here tonight and all the prayer requests, Lord, and their needs. Lord, always pray a hedge protection and you protect them through this weather or whatever they're going through in their area. And we ask this in your precious name, and amen.
Amen. Good thing I got burgundy plates. Because everything on it's too pale.
Yeah, it's not a cheerful green or nothing on here. Look at that.
Coleslaw's got some green in it. If I had white plates, it wouldn't look good at all.
I know. I am so tired today, and I know you've heard me say this, but just to give you a little idea of what's going on. So one of my offices had to move. You ever moved an office? If you have, I need not say anymore. There's more stuff in an office than you could ever believe. So, work had to be done, but moving had to be done. So we had to spread it over this whole week. So I've had to be there every day in that particular office, and we've had to move. Now, we hired movers to come in and move this stuff, but they wouldn't move anything with papers in it or files or anything. So that put us to having to do that. Plus, I had to be there to answer 1,000 questions, and where do you want this, and where will this go? And I'm like, wherever it'll work. Will it work over there? So this is a twofold process. We had to move. It's a huge office, and there's two sides to it. We had to move to one side so they can remodel this side. Then we'll move back to this side when they get it done. So I've had to be there early and be there late. And like I said, it's about 35 miles away. So that's the reason I'm complaining so much. Don't think this was just a regular work week and he just can't handle it no more because he's old.
Yeah.
Because that's really the truth. But don't say that. Say it's because we're moving. That's what I'm going to stick to. A regular work week, breeze through that, no problem. Moving. So now you know why I look like I've been run through a hedge backwards, as my granny would say.
That's bad.
Mama's even felt sorry for me.
Yeah, I have.
And then she said I was too old to be doing all that. And I said, Mama, you could have stopped with, that's a lot of work.
Well, it's harder. Each year you get older, it's harder to do extra stuff and work too.
I know. So what's that tilapia like for you?
It's pretty good.
It tastes good to me.
The lime helped it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't real fishy.
It's not fishy at all. And it's, what is that, tartar?
That's good.
The tartar sauce is good?
Mm-hmm. I'm glad this fish is edible because that other package I got with what was it, cod, it just had enough for one meal. This one's...
I've been telling you all along that you liked the tilapia when we had it before.
This one's got enough for 2 meals.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what the difference in the price. That other was...
I've been telling you, Mama, you would like tilapia. You ate it before. You didn't know it, but you did. Sometimes I get stuff and I'll bring it in and fix it, and she won't realize what she's really eating. And I might tell her, that's tilapia. But if she didn't buy it and fix it herself, she don't remember that. Yeah, we've had tilapia. This is good.
Did I get too much lemon or lime stuff on it?
No, ma'am. You did to perfection. And this macaroni and cheese?
Can't tell it's left over.
Not at all. Let me tell you something my daddy would have done.
Oh.
And I know you're going to go, oh my gosh. But I tried it and it's not bad. It's just different and I've not done it.
I won't try it.
I've not done it since he used to do it, but he would take macaroni and cheese and put grape jelly in it. It made it sweet, but it had that grape flavor and that cheese. And I guess the best way I can say it is it didn't taste near as bad as it sounds. Have y'all ever done that?
I won't never try it.
Mama don't even really want to be in the room while it's been eaten. It turns it a greeny blue color. And it's good. When I first tried it, I thought this will be horrible. Dad was the kind of person, there was no free choice. It was, here, try this. Try it. Try it. Try you one little bite of that. Now try it. It was easier just to try and accept the consequences just to have to hear it for our. You should try that. Wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't try.
It's good, ain't it? Does that sound familiar to you all? Coleslaw's good. I could put a little bit more sugar in it, couldn't I?
Oh, it was good.
Is it? Okay.
And Macy Marvin had a drop of macaroni all the way down.
You got macaroni on you?
Yeah, all the way down.
That's a pretty outfit.
It was pretty.
Have you retired the snowman after all that snow?
You know I have. I thought today, Dad's being packed back up. I'm tired of
I'm tired of that snow. Well, when you get trapped in the house for a week,
I thought it's time to learn something else.
it'll make you double think that snowman stuff. Mama, to be honest, we hadn't thought about it, but it could be your fault we had that big snow. You've been wearing snowmen since before Christmas. Let it snow, you had on.
Oh, yeah.
You was... Something else just popped in the moment.
That was the lamp that shut off. I know what that was.
I'm sorry. Is there somebody in there? Mm-hmm. This is delicious. I'm going to start letting you cook more often. What do you think about that?
Oh.
You have potholes too, Peggy. It's horrible. Our little road here is just eat up with this interstate. If y'all are headed down I-75 near Jellicoe, be careful, both sides. Did Mama have supper ready when you got home?
No.
Patty, she did last night, and I was never so glad to see supper in my life. I got home a little earlier tonight, because last night it was right about now when I come peeling in here sideways. Tonight, she had the macaroni because it was already cooked, and I made the coleslaw. She had it all laid out for me, though, which was wonderful.
Yeah, I had it cutting out, ready to cook.
And she fried the fish. I've been wet today because I've run in and out in the rain. At one time, I was just like wet. So forgive me tonight for not, being my usual
handsome self.
Handsome. I can't even say that with a straight face. Forgive me if you look like I've been dragged to the hedge backwards. Let's see. Let's roll.
Granny will tell you that over and over.
Oh, yeah.
She wouldn't let you rest.
John, do you believe in ghosts?
No.
Holy Ghost. I used to live in a haunted house. All kinds of things happen, so I believe in it. Brenda, I believe in spirits. I believe we all have a spirit. I believe in the Holy Ghost, and I believe that sometimes things can occur or something, but I've never really seen one or talked with one. I guess something could occur that would make me be a stronger believer. But the possibilities of it, I think, is really there. Because I do believe we are a three-part person. Just like in the Bible, if you'll read, I didn't mean to get into a lesson here, but in the garden, he says, if you'll read it, let us, God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, make them both male and female in our own image. That's just a, paraphrasing. But so if he said, let us make them in our image, then I have some idea that as a human being that we are a three-part person. We have the carnal, the flesh, we have a spirit and soul. So Did I answer that question?
No.
Do I believe in ghosts like Casper?
No.
I believe in the spirit of people. What happens to it when we die? I'm assuming we will find out. It's one of those questions that I may not believe in like everybody else, but I do believe that there's a spirit-filledness of us. Does that answer the question? Misty Dawn Weber. Okay, sorry. I just had a lot of questions. Michael? I don't know, Michael, what questions you have. Noah is J&M Recipes. Yes, Noah is J&M Recipes. If you see the blue J on there, just a blue J with white J on it, blue sport, that's Noah. Angela Britt. Was that you, Angela? I don't know, something's happening to my flow here. It's not rolling anymore. I love your stories. Well, thank you, Nancy. Mama gets tired of them, and she says I talk too much.
I wouldn't tell you that at all.
I believe in spirit. That's a good way of saying it, Cheryl. I believe in spirit, too. Good evening, John and Mama. Now that right there, Bonnie, she says, I've had signs from my daddy when he passed. Now, Bonnie, I have to agree with you on that one. You know, there's times, like I kind of think, the story I told you earlier when I said something told me to stay that third night. Something just, nothing like in my ear, nothing, it just, I felt that. And I always felt like maybe that was Daddy or somebody protecting Mama saying, stay. You ever just felt like you needed to be somewhere or you didn't need to leave for no reason? You didn't really have a sign or a signal or nothing on the table or nothing in the window. It was just a feeling, but you think something drew me. Great to see you all too. All right, folks. Did the other dog wake you up at 3 this morning? No, Leanne. No, she did not. No barking last night. Even the crazy dog didn't come over and bark. Abby might have given me a good talking to. Said, "Now look, they ain't gonna put up that here. We run a tight ship."
She's barked at the neighbors today.
Has she?
Mm-hmm.
Was she rude?
White, she's brave, brassy. She got right out there on the front patio and just looked right up that way and sat there and barked up.
Was she just saying hello, or was it a?
Oh no, it wasn't just hello and back.
I'll be the judge.
They were outside doing stuff.
And she was just saying, "Hey guys, how are you?"
No, you know how she says, "Don't be up her."
I don't believe it, Mama. In broad daylight, she was being Southern, I'm sure.
Maggie would.
Now Maggie was rude. Love her, love that dog. But she hated birds and crows and people and other people's dogs.
She let somebody carry me off, but both neighbors, if there's any movement at either one of their houses, she would take a picture.
Maggie was so territorial. She didn't want them in the yard, no birds, no nothing. Every time I see a crow, I think, Maggie wouldn't want you here. But you know, Abby don't mind the crows. Maggie will get right out there with the crows. I'm glad our crows and our fur baby get along now. It's a better community. Mm-hmm. For her not to hate them. Maggie would tell them off every time, and then she strutted back to the house. She had this little walk.
But if they flew towards her,
she would run.
She'd run back to the house.
But she'd go out and bark, and just talk hateful. And I'd say, Maggie, that was rude. And here she'd come back to the house like, Did you hear me tell them crows they
Like
got
a
to
little
go?
baby rooster.
And then she'd get to the porch. She'd turn around and look at them to make sure they's gone. Kind of like she used to do us. She'd come in the house. Like if you left her out 2 seconds too long, or you didn't just do what she said, she always would get in the house. She'd come to back to this kitchen door, and she'd kind of look over her shoulder and go, "Woof." I always said that was her cussing bark. I don't know that she cussed.
And if we didn't let her in soon enough, she'd bark and turn her back to us. She's mad.
She'd sit right in the middle of the floor, put her back to you, and if you walked over close to her, she'd turn. Not looking at you. She made it obvious. But little Abby,
She ain't learned none of them bad habits.
little Abby's just unconditional love. All she is love wrapped in joy, covered in fur. That's all in the world she is. If you go out at 3 a.m., and I can prove it, it's happened. She's still just as lovable and just as sweet as she is at 6 o'clock in the morning, or as she is anytime.
Even if you're blaming her on barking.
I didn't say a word. I was investigating because she could have been barking at something real, but it wasn't even her. I don't know what that other nut was doing. He's just barking, or she, whoever it was. All right, folks. Mama's gonna give me the look. You're talking too much, and we're gonna say good night, huh?
It's time to go. Let them rest.
Sometimes she won't say nothing while Jens are here. As soon as Jens get out the door, she says, "Whew, you had a lot to say tonight."
I don't do that.
I didn't think you was ever gonna hush.
I have said that.
You have said it all. Let's go before I get in trouble. Y'all have a blessed night. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, yeah.
It's been great to talk with you. Y'all give me a little energy. I don't know what she's done, but I was a lot tighter when I started than I am right now. Maybe I'm getting my third win today.
Yeah.
But anyway, you got anything you want to add, Mama?
No, just
Y'all got anything you guys want to add? Can you show pictures of your dad? We did not long ago, Greta, but he kind of looks like this. We'll get the picture back out and we'll show you in a day or two. How's that sound? Greta, we will show you a picture of Dad. And I posted a picture of him. It ain't been that many days ago. I don't remember how many. But anyway, we will. All right, folks. Say good night, Mama.
good night, Mama. God bless you and so have a wonderful night.
Y'all
Stay dry.
Y'all have a blessed night. We'll see you tomorrow, Lord willing. And who knows, we'll probably cook something. Bye.